Welcome to the Mystic Spiral, the podcast where earth-rooted magic, animal wisdom, and ancient enchantment twist together like a serpent and a snail in the moss. Join us as we explore the unseen, the intuitive, and the beautifully strange.
Each episode invites you deeper into the spiral, into the myth, and into the wild magic that lives within and around all of us.
Hi, I'm Lauren, crystal healer, earth-rooted mystic, and friend of snails and mossy fae folk magic.
And I'm Laura, animal communicator, serpentkin fauna witch, and solitary sigil practitioner.
Hey Mythlings! Today we're diving into one of my absolute favorite tools in the magical world, pendulums. How they work, how to use them, how they can support readings, and how I weave them into chakra readings, Reiki, crystal healing sessions. If any questions should arise during this episode, you can send them to us at mysticspiralpodcast@gmail.com, and we will answer them in the next episode.
And I get to ask all of the questions people are too shy to ask in the shop. So buckle up or gently sway with us.
So let's start simple. A pendulum is basically a weight on a chain. It could be a crystal, metal, wood, bone, whatever calls to you. But magically, it's a translator. It takes the subtle shifts in your energy field, your intuition, your nervous system, and turns them into movement.
So it's not some outside spirit puppeteering the chain.
Exactly. It's you, your deeper knowing, speaking in a language your conscious mind can see.
Like a body-based truth detector.
Yes, a tiny oracle that swings.
Okay, so let's talk readings, because I've watched you do this, and it looks like pure magic in the best way.
Right, so when I use a pendulum in a reading, I'm usually doing one of three things. Clarifying something, could be for a client or something intuition already brought up. Checking energetic alignment, like, is this the right direction? Or helping a client choose between options they're overwhelmed with.
And you're fast. Like you ask a question and that thing starts swinging like it's excited to answer.
Well, pendulums love clarity. If your question is clean, the movement is clean. If your question is muddy, the movement will be muddy as well.
So the pendulum is basically calling you out.
Constantly. Pendulums work best with yes or no or binary questions, but you can get creative.
Tell me about those little pendulum boards that I've seen you use.
Yeah, the boards. There's boards, charts, chakra maps, even pieces of paper with options written on it. The pendulums will hover over or swing towards the answer.
So it's not limiting. It's actually a way to organize intuition?
Exactly. It gives you structure to the unseen. There's a plethora of boards, books, things that are already created out there, but you can also create your own board if you'd like, or even create something on a piece of paper that you can use too.
I feel like the way I've used pendulums in the past is so limited. You're opening up a whole new world for me. Is there a difference between using boards and charts?
Yes and no. So the boards usually have a set of things like yes, no, rephrase, maybe. We can get into spirit boards a little later on. Those are a little more complicated. But the charts are usually a little more intense in a way. They're more structured. So a specific set of things will be on a chart opposed to a board, which is usually just, like I said, yes, no, rephrase, maybe.
A little bit more user-friendly.
Exactly. So charts are more in depth, so you can do ones like a chakra chart, or you could do a moon phase chart, or there's endless possibilities. Like a moon phase chart, for example, maybe you want to do spell work on a specific day of the phases of the moon, but you don't know which one. You could utilize a moon phase chart to see which day or which phase the moon would work best for that spell.
It sounds like there's a lot of room for personalization and creativity with charts.
Absolutely. You could do, like I said, you can do a chart on anything. You could do color therapy. You could do A ley line chart. So like if you wanted to move somewhere and you didn't know where, you could make a chart up of like different places that you would like to move to, and it could help you intuit where would be best for you.
So pendulums can help you with anything.
Absolutely.
Okay, this is the part people always ask about because you're known for incorporating your pendulum in energy work and in readings.
Yeah, this is where pendulums become a helpful tool, energy tool. When I do Reiki or crystal healing, I check the chakras in your body. I won't go into too much detail about chakras at the moment. I'll save that for our next episode. But essentially, chakras are spinning energy centers in your body. I hold the pendulum over each energy center and watch how it moves.
And the movement tells you what's going on?
Yes, exactly. So, for example, if it spins wide and strong, the chakra is open and flowing. If it's barely moving, that center is blocked or depleted. If it's swinging erratically, there's probably an emotional turbulence or old stories surfacing. It can also show me which direction the chakra is spinning. They naturally spin clockwise depending on what's happening in your life, but sometimes they spin counterclockwise as well.
And you don't force anything. You just witness?
Exactly. The pendulum shows me where to bring crystals, Reiki, sound, or grounding energy. It's like a diagnostic tool, but gentle and intuitive.
Didn't you do your chakra readings at the Springfield Central Library recently?
Yes, I did chakra pendulum readings, which are different than using them in an energy session. Um, so you can tell a lot from just having a chakra board and using a pendulum and testing it to see how a person's energy feels. So, for example, for a chakra reading, I have the person place their hand, palm facing up on the table, and I hover my hand over it and tap into their energy with consent, of course. And using the pendulum and the chakra board, I test each chakra to see which one is in alignment or maybe out of alignment. Yeah, so it's really kind of intuitive.
How would you feel about giving me a live reading?
Absolutely, let's do this. I'll set up my pendulum and we'll get ready. All right, I have my board set up and I have my pendulums out. I'm going to choose one that feels right with your energy, that wants to work with us today. So we are working with Laura for her highest and best good. We're going to ask each chakra if they are balanced or not. And we're going to start with the root chakra, which is at the base of your seat. Is Laura's root chakra balanced? Sorry, Laura.
I didn't think it would be.
That's a no. Is Laura's sacral chakra balanced? Yes. Thank you. Is Laura's solar plexus balanced? Thank you.
That looks like a hard yes.
That was a yes, but it was a yes.
It's still going.
It's still going. It's still going. Is Laura's heart chakra balanced? A little wobbly, but that's
It thought
yes.
about it.
It thought about it. It thought about it. How about her throat? Is her throat chakra balanced? No. How about her third eye? Wow. So this is a stagnant chakra. So she is not moving any which way. She is off balance, but like she's stuck. So we're going to put a little check next to the throat and a stuck one for the third eye. And then for the crown, is the crown chakra balanced? No. Not too bad.
Better than I thought.
Yes. So we've got our root, our throat, our third eye, and our crown that are off balance. So for the root chakra, roots are all about safety, grounding. I am safe, steady, and supported. Um, I would suggest working with, for you, I really am called to red jasper for you, so I'm going to write that down on your little paper here.
Is that what the pendulum is made of?
This is actually, yeah, the pendulum that I chose for you is a brecciated jasper. So it is a type of red jasper. Um, and the little handle of this one is a type of agate. So it is very grounding and nurturing. So it was interesting that one wanted to work with you today.
I agree.
And then for the throat chakra, let's see what crystal is calling out to you for the throat. Blue lace agate keeps coming through, so I'm going to write that down for you to check out.
You know what's funny? I've been thinking about blue lace agate for a couple of weeks, actually.
Really?
And I don't have one.
What? Blue lace agate is like really great for communication. It's clarifying. It is, some people use it for spiritual communication, but you can also just use it for just talking communication. But it's also really soothing, calming. You can use it in meditation. It's very gentle and nurturing.
Animal communicators also use blue lace agate as a sort of amplifier, a gentle
perfect.
amplifier.
Yeah, absolutely. You could use it for that. That makes sense. The most concerning one, obviously, is this third eye, which is all about insight, intuition, trusting your inner knowledge, staying curious,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like for this one for you, you kind of need something spicy. So like,
I'm pretty spicy.
Yeah. I feel like maybe even who wants to come through? Probably. Oh, well. All right. Interesting. All right. So, at first, I'm just gonna write both of these. Lapis lazuli came through, and then as that was like showing itself to me, K2 stone came through, and I'm wondering if the combination of those two would be helpful. Lapis is really lapis is spicy in its own right, right? It's got that sparkly pyrite in it. It's balanced. It's kind of got that lower chakra, higher chakra combination. The K2 stone, which is also interesting, that these are both multi stones. There's multiple minerals in each of these. The K2 stone has Afghanite in it, and then azurite, and it's found in the foothills of the K2 mountain, and originally, and I really feel like these two together, this combination together, is going to be really helpful in kind of like setting that curiosity aflame, like allowing you to open up new doorways to something possible that you maybe is on the precipice. I'm not sure. It's like it feels like it's there, but I'm not sure what that is. But something's coming on the horizon that you need to clear this chakra for. And then the last one is the crown, which is all about connection. It's the Om consciousness, which is Om is like the first word, the first sound ever created on Earth. So it carries a lot of powerful energy, and that's open to new ideas.
So kind of playing off of the last one.
Kind of playing off the last one. Allowing goodness to surround you, allowing your connection to your higher self. For this one, let's see who calls to you for this one. This one is, let's see. All right. So Tiffany Stone is coming through. It is a softer energy. It's definitely going to help you connect to your higher self and help connect your lower chakras as well together. So basically what this reading is saying with these crystals really feels like whatever this endeavor or project or whatever this is, we all have that moment of like second guessing ourselves and not trusting our intuition, or thinking that, oh, this is stupid or silly, or I shouldn't do this or whatever. But it feels more like once you acknowledge that this is correct or right or positive, or however you want to spin that, it's all going to line into place and be perfect.
That makes a lot of sense. And also, this went a lot better than I expected.
Good. I'm glad. I'm very glad that it did. Perfect. Well, thank you for allowing me to share this energy with you and to do this reading. And thank you, Pendulum, for being with us here today. And thank you for everyone for listening today.
Thank you for doing the reading.
You're so welcome.
Okay, let's shift gears and pretend I'm new to all of this. I just saw you choose between 3 different pendulums for the reading. Why might somebody want multiple? Is there a reason someone might choose crystal versus bone or metal, other than it's pretty?
Yes. So I have multiple pendulums that I use for readings and separate ones that I use for energy work. Depending on the client, like you just saw, I'm going to choose which pendulum would like to work with that client. For energy work, I have a specific pendulum I use just for that. So it depends on the reading. Each reading I use a different pendulum for, basically. Pertaining to the material that the pendulum is made out of, some people believe that the crystal energy is going to affect the reading. I don't believe that. I believe that the energy is just primarily there to work with you, not against you. So it's not going to sway the answers in any way. Some people believe that using a metal pendulum is more effective because the metal doesn't have energy, but that's also incorrect. I mean, metal is technically still an element. It still has its own energy, just like amethyst has its energy. So I feel like that theory is also incorrect. I personally believe that it's your own personal preference. Whoever you feel drawn to is who you should be using for that reading. And that can change from reading to reading. Also, I always use selenite afterwards to clear everything. So when I'm done with my pendulum, I'll put it in a little selenite dish so it stays cleansed and cleared, and use selenite to clear the space as well.
That little selenite dish is so cute.
Isn't she? I know, I love her. Everyone has their own little dish.
All right, let's pretend I just bought my first pendulum. What do I do?
You would start building a relationship with it. Hold it, wear it, let it learn your energy, and then ask it to show you things. You want to know what your yes looks like, what your no looks like, also maybe what a maybe or a not now looks like, or a rephrase. It's important to have these questions for each pendulum that you have.
And everyone's yes and no looks different.
Exactly. Mine is a forward-backward swing for yes, a side-to-side for no. Yours might be circles.
Mine is chaos.
That is also very valid.
You mentioned earlier that you can use a pendulum sort of as or with a spirit board. Tell me about that.
Yeah, so you can use a pendulum with a spirit board. It's when you're setting your intention. So primarily when you're working with a pendulum, it's tapping into your higher self, your own intuition, the energy of you and the person you're working with. So if you are using a spirit board, just like anything else, you want to set the intention for your highest and best good. Who are you working with specifically? Tapping into that one spirit, and obviously keeping your boundaries safe and protected.
Let's talk about boundaries, because pendulums can get addictive.
Yes, and here's the rule. Don't outsource your life to a swinging rock.
Put that on a t-shirt. Actually, we should.
I think we should. Actually, the idea of making merch like that would be so much fun. But getting back onto topic, pendulums are guides, not dictators. They're best for clarity, not for making every decision for you.
And don't use them when you're emotionally flooded.
Exactly. The pendulum will just mirror you and overwhelm you. It's important to set boundaries for yourself as well, especially when you're first starting. I do have a great book for beginners, which is a little bit of pendulums. It's an introduction into pendulum divination. It's by Danny Bryant, and it is really sweet. It's a great introductory book. And at the end of the book, it has lots of different charts that you can utilize. It also has blank spaces for charts that you can make your own circle chart with. So yeah, pop by Groundings if you can and check it out. If not, a little bit of pendulums. I will put it on our social media pages as well, so you can check that out.
Before we leave today, we're going to pull a card. Today we were called to use the Ciccoli Oracle by Nicoletta Ciccoli. As a friendly reminder, please take what resonates with you and leave the rest.
Perfect. Let's knock 3 times and shuffle this deck. Oops, a little sassy today.
This is a pretty sassy deck.
It is a sassy deck. It's one of my favorite oracles.
The artwork is so unique and it's so cute.
It is. It's like kind of like Alice in Wonderland meets,
yeah,
I don't know, sad girl. Oh, all right. Who do we got here? We've got, like, it looks like the queen of a chessboard, and she's got like little chess pieces around her and a fly, it looks like.
She's kind of wrapped in a chessboard kind of pattern too.
She is. Like, her dress itself is a chessboard as well. All right, let's see what the message is today. Today's card is passivity. It's okay to let others fight your battles for you now and then. You can't be the best at everything, after all. But don't surrender your free will to someone else in exchange for security. Letting someone else handle all your problems gives away your power. There will come a time when you struggle against the bonds of passive observation and long for more independence. Perhaps that time has already arrived. You aren't helpless in the situation, however tempting it may be to pretend so. I will post this image on our socials. If you are not following us already, please check us out on Facebook and Instagram at the Mystic Spiral Podcast.
This was so good. I feel like I understand pendulums in a whole new way.
They're simple but deep, playful, powerful, and they're one of the easiest ways to connect with your intuition.
If you're listening and you want to try pendulum work, come visit us at Groundings. Lauren will absolutely talk your ear off about it.
Happily.
If this episode inspired you to work with a pendulum yourself this week, share your experience with us.
Next time on the Mystic Spiral, we will be chatting about chakras. What are they? How do they work? Until then, Mythlings, keep listening and keep your magic soft and steady. Bye for now.